The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hold the look, hold the look, hold. 53 to Mike. 50. Middle. Here we go. Mike, wahoo. 3, Mike, here we go.
Allen now on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 31 yards there on a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good.
Yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. There we go. 30 seconds to Mike. Mike, 37. Don't get nervous.
Darnold now to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
You can't block me. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Mike, 4. Switch up, switch up.
Here's Darnold. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go, son. Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. You ain't going nowhere. Check. Kill. Red 80. Go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
What's left? I got it. Lady. Hey, check Michael Allen. Hey, Delta. Get in the weight room.
Darnold from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Motion. Pass. Hey, Echo. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You got three. Three days. Check. Check. You go tight. Tight. You go tight right there. Watch twist. Middle. Twist. He's crashing. He's checking.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, watch it. Check Mike 54.
Here's Allen. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. So that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This is a counter play. Eckler, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Eyes up.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Check three. Joker.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because You have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Target, 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 target. Here we go, young lady. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Here we go, here we go. Hey, Charlie. Hey, check Mike 10.
On 1st down, Darnold. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the right, watch the right. Who that?
To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Mike 4. Hey, red 80.
Throwing again is Darnold. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Flare. Hey, tight. Check. Ringo.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To the air, Allen. It's caught, Smith. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Bills first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All day, baby, all day. Middle. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he slings one that's incomplete. Johnson the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Red 80. 6-6. Pull it high. Check 3. Check 3. Kill. Check 40. Red 80.
Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
You.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Bills.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
We got this.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
53, Mike.
Now Allen throwing again. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
56.
From the gun, Allen. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You're not ready. Mike 4. Down to lose 1. Hey, exit. Mike 4.
Here's Darnold. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Red 80. Mike 4. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 4. 3 bud.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Michael Palardy now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That one going to be complete to David Moore. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dante Pettis in the final seconds of the 1st half as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bit.
That's caught at the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this 1st half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 1st half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Darnold. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Watch time. Tight end right. 4 down. Red 80. Hey, check. Mike, 4. Let's go, defense. Our time.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked picked off at the 35. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike. Hey, two. Watch the pass. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, watch the pass.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. As his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Lady. Mike 4. Exit. Mike 4. I got it.
Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side, complete. It's Black. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, Alpha. Mike 4. I'm on. Motion.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
I'm going to come back to you. It's
Eckler again. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Motion, motion.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold complete. It's Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Darnold now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Mike Ford, check this out.
Darnold from the gun. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Darnold now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean? And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
We gonna shut y'all down.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Hey, orbit. Mike Ford. So we got man.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Smooth. Mike Ford. Watch Watch the run. Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's a baby stop. Mike Ford. Mike Ford.
Here's Darnold. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Bravo. That's the way. Mike Ford. Danny.
On second and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
To the air again, Darnold. Got a man, Slayton. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 28. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 27.
Darnold to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He's at the 30. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Watch out. Shoot. Check 24. Play it.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They give them a gain of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
And the Bills first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey. Switch. He's checking. Crash. Check. 5-1, we go.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mike 37. Watch the run.
On second down, Eckler. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's get it. Check the backer. Check safety. I got you, baby. I got you.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 27, Darnold got his man complete over the middle. It's Black. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 47-yard line.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Again, it's Johnson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 10-yard line. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down now, it's Johnson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. To throw is Darnold. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Hey, Delta.
One last throw now for Darnold. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Jags,